So what we did last time?
Sir, we did some problems.
Okay. Okay, this problem will be understood though.
Yeah.
Any questions?
No, sir.
What about this one? This one we couldn't do properly. Okay.
Yeah.
The range is u1 cos theta 1. If you look at the formula for range, it is you can look at this one. Okay, so it is 2 u1 square sin theta cos theta, okay, by g, right?
Yes, sir.
So let me write it again. Range is 2 u square or sin theta cos theta divided by g. Is that all? Range is u square by g, 2 u square by g. Right? This is the formula for range, right? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. See, for let's assume I'm not changing anything. Okay, initial velocity is u, and theta is the angle of projection, right? So there are only two quantities which I can change on the right side.
Yeah.
Okay, so let for the moment not change u. Okay, so for if I change theta, I want to change theta. So how many values of theta will have same r? I want to get the same range. Uh, how many theta can I have? How many different theta will give me same range? Getting any idea? Sin theta cos theta, right?
Yeah.
So if you replace sin theta by 90 minus theta, will the range change?
No, sir.
Yeah, because sin 90 minus theta become cos theta, and cos theta will become
Yeah.
sin theta. Okay, so for nothing else changing, if you just change theta to 90 minus theta, then the range will be same.
Okay, sir.
If you keep all the other things constant, the only thing that will change because of that change in angle is the time of flight. The one which has got larger theta will take a longer time to reach the ground. That is the difference. Hello?
Hello. Yes, sir.
So the time of flight is t1, which is 2u1 sin theta 1 by g. So 2u sin theta by g, right? Okay. So t1 is 2u sin theta by g, and t2 is so theta 1. Okay, the two angles for which the range is theta 1, and other one is theta 2, which is 90 minus theta 1. Okay, so if you have these two cases, in the second case where theta 2 is 90 minus theta 1, then the range is same. Okay, so t1 in the first case is how much? T1 depends on 2u by g sin theta, right? Sin theta 1. Sin theta 1. And u is same, and t2 sin theta 2, which is in terms of theta 1 will be cos theta 1. Okay, so here, why are you scribbling? So u and g are constants. Okay, no, g is constant. So you have u cos theta 1 and u sin theta 1. So this u you write as 1 with the sign u sin theta, another one is u cos theta. Okay, so this is proportional to one of the time of flight, right, t1, and this is proportional to another time of flight t2, because t1 is proportional to u sin theta 1, right,
Yeah.
and t2 is proportional to u sin theta 2, which is cos theta. t2 is proportional to u sin theta 2 and is proportional to u cos theta 1. Okay, so this u square is one u write it with u sin theta, another u write with u cos theta. Okay, and u sin theta is proportional to t1 and u cos theta is proportional to t2, the two cases. Okay, so from this you get a range r as proportional to t1 t2. Other things are constant. G is constant, 2 is constant. Only the variables are u1 sin theta cos theta. So one u is with sin theta, another u is with cos theta, and u sin theta is proportional to the time of flight t1 and u cos theta is proportional to the time of flight t2. So from this you get t1 t2 is proportional to r. So the answer is 4.
Okay, sir.
So this is a standard result where the range is same for complementary angles.
Okay.
Like theta 1 and 90 minus theta 1. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, sir.
So if you have to know the result beforehand, because this is an example in JEE, question in JEE mains. So before going to the exam, you have to know that result. So from that, you have this time of flight as proportional to u sin theta. Okay. So the other one is u sin theta 2 and theta 1, theta 2 related to the complementary angles. So in terms of what are the angle theta, this will become u sin theta 1 or cos theta 1. Okay. And range is u square sin theta cos theta. So one of the u sin theta right as proportional time of flight t1, other one is flight time of flight t2. It's proportional to range r. Okay. Which one did you try on your own?
Sir, exercise 2.
You're finished. Okay. What about can you try this ninth one?
Sir, which one?
Ninth.
No, sir, didn't do that.
Yeah, you can try this one now. Oh, this is very simple. Now to do it right, you just have to know differentiation.
Oh, okay.
Velocity is what in terms of displacement?
Displacement by time.
No, no. initial velocity is given, right? And
Yeah.
equation of trajectory. So you have to find r. U is given. Equation of trajectory is basically r, no? If you know how the position changes with time, then you know as a function of time. Initial velocity is given u I plus 2 j cap meter per second, and acceleration is how much? What is acceleration?
Acceleration
Yeah,
for which, sir?
in this question, projectile, no? It is g.
Yeah,
What is the direction?
downwards.
That is minus j cap.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to use this one. So acceleration is dr by dt. Sorry, velocity, right? And how are you proceeding?
Sir, we just
Okay, the basic thing is you have to find r, no? So if you integrate both the sides of this one, actually this is just at this use is just initial velocity. It's not general this thing. So this is at the initial time, at time tl. Okay, so if you can get v at any general time, v is at any time, that will be equal to dr by dt. Okay, this if you integrate this, will you will get r as a function of time. This should be a sequence of steps. Use just the
okay.
initial velocity. You have to find v at any time. That is equal to dr by d. From here, when I integrate, I'll get r. Clear, no? Just try.
Sir, y is equal to 2x minus 5x square.
This one.
Yeah.
Yes, this one, second one. So how did you
Yes.
find out?
Sir, y is equal to 2x minus 10x square divided by 2 into 5, 1 by 4. So we differentiate that and we get 2x minus 5x square.
What? Y equal to this
Sir,
one.
y is equal to x tan x
Okay.
minus gx square.
Okay. You're using the result.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
By 2u square.
Okay.
We use a formula.
Okay. In that you, what is theta? No, what is theta in that one?
Sir, which one?
In that formula, theta is there, no?
Yeah.
What is value of theta? How did you get the value of theta?
So just a second. So tan theta is equal to 2, right?
Yes. Right. So what you did is correct. Okay. This is fine. Actually, it's good to remember formula because you lived it quickly. Okay. This is also a method to do it. B is Vx I cap plus Vy j cap, and Vx is same as Ux into the I cap, and Vy is U plus U minus Gt. U is 2 minus G into T. This will be at any particular time. Okay. So
Yeah.
from that I'll get x of t as dx by dt is 1, no? It is t plus c. And similarly y of t, I'll get it as 2t minus gt square by 2 plus c2. Let me call it c1. Okay. Now I have to eliminate t between this one. So t will become,
Yeah.
another thing is the project is given initial velocity. Let me assume c1 is 0. He has not said it properly. C1 will be 0 if x equal to 0 at time t equal to 0. So t is same as x. So from
Yeah.
this I get 2x minus g by 2 x square. And let me assume that y is also 0 at time t equal to 0. So y equal to, what is the mistake I have made? Correct. It's g by 2. No, g by 2 is 10. G by 2 is 5.
Okay.
It's g by 2. I'm not written properly. When you are studying at home, I think you should study, not just use the formula, try to understand what is going on. So u is this one, right?
Yes, sir.
Whatever is given. Okay, that's equal to dr by dt at the initial time, dr. Okay, and acceleration minus j cap, and theta. Okay, theta is initial. There is no. Okay, and then velocity at any time is not the final time. At any time is dr by dt, which is equal to dx by dt I cap plus dy by dt, and dx by this vx I cap plus vy j cap also, and dx is not going to change because acceleration is only in the vertical direction. So it is the initial I cap only, and Vy is u minus gt. U is 2 from this whatever is given minus gt, right? And that's equal to, from this I can get x by integrating 1. So that is x equal to t, and dy by integrating this one, y by integrating this one, and then t I can eliminate. Okay, so this method you follow, no? Okay, so what you did is also correct, but if sometimes the formula is not applicable, then this here this is the general method. Okay, any question in this one? This you just read the question. You don't have to do. I think it's simple. So
I know how.
what is the step? What is shape of the area? What is the shape of the area? Rectangle, square, what is it?
Circle.
Yeah. What is the radius of the circle?
Radius.
Yeah. Circle will have a radius, no?
Yes, sir.
So what is the radius of the circle?
Uh,
Only if you know the radius, you can find the area.
yeah.
So what is the radius?
Sir, R maximum.
Range.
Yeah, range.
Range. So range you can find because V is given and theta should be given, right?
Yeah.
How come theta is not given? Uh,
Sir, range is equal to U square by G, right?
into sine 2 theta, no?
Yeah.
Uh,
But
okay, I think he's assuming maximum. Okay, maximum range is when theta is 45.
so yeah.
I think he's assuming
Theta.
it. Fine, actually, he should have mentioned it. Right, okay. Okay, this one you can you just tell how to do it? Velocity is given. Okay, so the equation of path.
So I think we should differentiate
Differentiate what?
uh, K y I cap plus X J cap.
That will give you acceleration, no?
Yeah.
No, but what you want is the path. There is a reverse process.
So we have to integrate. Yeah, we have to integrate it.
Yeah, so V is dx by dt I cap plus dy by dt j cap, right? V
Yeah.
is dx by dt I cap plus dy by dt j cap. So dx by dt is ky. Or no? Did I do it? This is basically integration. Shut. The velocity is basically is dr by dt, right? This is basic stuff, which basic in the sense is applicable to any situation. That is dx by dt I cap plus dy by dt. Don't scribble. J cap. Okay. So from this you get dx by dt as dx by dt is k into y and dy by dt is k into x. Okay. We have to find x.
So first we differentiate it and then we integrate it, right?
Dx by dt. Dx equal to ky dt. Dy equal to kx. Now if I divide these two, I get dy by dx as x by y. Okay. From this I get y dy equal to x dx. Now we have to integrate both sides. You get y square equal to x square plus c. 6 is 1. 1. So you got it. Say velocity is always dr by dt in any problem. Okay, and dr by dt is always dx by dt I cap plus du by dt j cap. That's also true everywhere. Now this is equal to whatever is given in the problem. So from this we get dx by dt as ky, dy by dt as kx, and you can write it as dx equal to this one, dy equal to that one. Divide both of them, dt will get cancelled. So we get
Yeah.
dx as something. Now we can separate the variables and then dt both sides. So y square equal to. So basically, the understanding of velocity is dr by dt, which is equal to dx by dt I cap plus du by dt j cap. After that, you should know how to integrate. Three concepts are there, or three steps. Clear? No doubt, no?
No, sir.
This is also simple.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Let's go to the advanced. Yeah, this is advanced. IIT. Okay. Right. If in 1 second the particle goes from point A to point B, A and B are here around a semicircle. The this is also simple. In advance also there are some simple questions, right? So this is a simple question, the first one.
Okay.
So try it. So average velocity. What is the definition? Definition of average velocity.
Total distance by total time.
Yeah. Total displacement delta R, no?
Yeah.
Divided by delta T. Okay. What is delta R? We just consider the magnitude is diameter, no? Direction is there, the magnitude is diameter. And
Sir,
the
it is radius.
no, it's going from A to B.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Actually, this is from IIG Advanced, IIT. It's actually very simple, not simple.
Sir, such easy questions come.
Yeah, see, some questions will be simple, a lot of questions will be medium, and some questions will be difficult.
Okay.
So this is simple category, so if you not get carried away that I'll be able to do anything in advanced. This is very simple actually. Answer is B. That's what I chose. No? Yeah, B. Right. Okay. Okay, ball is dropped from height of D above the ground. This is medium type. Try this one.
Sir, what is the answer?
Hold on. The first thing to notice is velocity direction is changing. The first part, it's moving down, and second part is moving up. So the velocity direction is changing. So these two things you can rule out. Okay, and velocity is going as square root of the distance, right? Okay, h is actually could be a variable distance, not the final height. So, initially the this velocity is increasing. So it is actually this is the first part of the motion. First part, we call it part one, and this is part two after bouncing. Okay, so this is the
A is
so while first part the velocity is negative because upward direction is positive. Okay, and velocity is going as square root of h. So yeah, plot of square root of h is like a curve, like a parabola. It's same as y square equal to b square equal to h. B square equal to h is a parabola about x-axis. Parabola is usually this one, u or this one. That is, this is v equal to x square. But when you interchange u and v, it will become parabola like this. Okay, with the horizontal axis. So this is that one. The answer is A. Yeah, the answer is A. This h is not be the final distance, it will be a variable distance. Instead of h, I can write as y. Okay, h is actually his variable y. H is the origin is here, and okay, this is the direction of the measuring h. But here the h will be downwards, which is negative, negative h. That's why the h is negative for the first part. For the first part, h is negative because origin of h is here, and then it's measured in the positive direction, upward direction. And h is at any arbitrary time. So v is velocity at any particular instant, arbitrary instant. I will go with this one. And upward motion v square equal to u square v square. So I'm using this equation v square equal to u square minus plus 2as. Okay, because uh, here the relation between v and a displacement, and this is the equation which has got the relation. Okay,
yes, sir.
so this is medium type question.
Okay.
This is actually very simple. Try this one, third one quickly. It is very simple if once you know how to do it. If you're doing it for the first time, it might be difficult. Just tell me the general procedure. Don't do it. Don't write anything. Just tell me the steps. What are the
Sir,
steps?
we have area under the graph, right?
Uh, Maximum speed. Okay, fine. Okay, try to do it that way.
So at maximum speed, a will be equal to 0. A is equal to minus 10 by 11 t plus 10.
Don't do unnecessary calculations. You just have to get B. That will be P. Velocity at time t equal to 0 is how much? It starts from rest. Notice that, no? Starts from rest, so this constant is 0. Because if you put t equal to 0, you should get b as 0. Okay, so he's asking t into 1 minus 5 by 11 t, right? So t should be 11 by 5, half of it. So 11 by 10. Yeah, velocity is maximum at this time. T is this time. So I have to find velocity at that time. Velocity equal to g maximum. But what am I doing? Yeah, this is the maximum. Okay, okay. I have to put this value. T is 11 by 10. 1 minus half. What mistake I'm making? See, the maximum speed of the particle will be at t equal to equal to 11 by 5. Sorry, t equal to 11 by 5 by 2. That's correct. 11 by 10. At this time, 11 by 10. Are you following my step? You're getting this expression for velocity.
Yes, sir.
T into 5 by 11 t square, right? So if I take t out, this is the one. So this is quadratic with roots at 0 and 11 by 5. So it will be maximum at the half of 11 by 5. So it will be maximum at 11 by 10. So if you put this value of t, I should get the maximum speed. The value of t is 11 by 10. So 11 by 10 into this one. So it's half. It's 11 by 20. There is no option for 11 by 20. What mistake am I making? B is B.
Sir, A can be written as minus 10 by 11 t plus 10.
What can be written?
A.
A is 1 minus 10 by 11 t, right? This is correct, no?
Yes, sir.
This one is correct.
Yes.
Okay, from that I'm getting dv by dt. A is dv by dt. So d is this one. So integral of 1 is t. Integral of 10 is t square by 2 plus constant, that is 0. So maximum speed of the particle will be, right? V is maximum at this result, you know, right? This is a parabola of roots at t equal to 0 and t equal to,
Intersection at
oh,
x-axis.
I think I made a mistake, t equal to 11 by 5, right? No, it's correct only. So at the middle, the time is 11 by 10. It will be maximum at the middle at this point. Parabola is like this. This is the velocity. So the velocity is maximum at this middle point. Value is 11 by 10. So I have to find the value of b at 11 by 10. So we put this value of t at 11 by 10. I will put here 11 by 10 here. Here if we put 11 by 10, it will be half. So 1 minus half is half. So half into 11 by 10. How do you get 55? How do you get it?
So sir, it is showing.
Huh?
So that is the answer it is showing.
Yeah, I know that.
Hello.
Yeah. Accelerations of this person. Oh. Okay. I'll get back to this next time. What
Okay,
I
sir.
what I did seems to be correct. I don't know. It's actually 11 by 20 for me. Right? You see, the way you could have done it is uh, acceleration is dv by dt, right? So from that you get b as a dt. So if you integrate, you'll get the area as the b is into this one, right? And the area is turning out to be 55, half into base into height. That's why you got this answer 55. That's why we told it's 55, no?
Yeah.
Uh, right. So I don't know why I'm not getting by this method. I'll I'll get back to you. Okay, one concept is that this is a quadratic equation, no? Uh,
Yeah.
t minus, and this is exponent is negative, so minus will be inverted parabola.
Yeah,
Okay,
sir.
and the roots are 0 and 5 by 11, 11 by 5. Okay, so and it will be maximum in the middle at 11 by 10. Okay, I'll get back to this one. Uh, this also is standard result. This is a similar thing. V as a function of x. Okay, let's try to get this one correct so that I'll get the confidence things are going. Okay, next try the fifth one. Try this one. Got it? Don't scribble. Are you following my steps?
Yes, sir, I understood.
So this is a, see, whenever the graph is something like this, try to write the equation. Okay. So here, this is an intercept form, x by x intercept plus y by y intercept equal to 1. So this equation, you know how to get it, no?
Yeah.
Because the intercepts are v naught and x naught. Okay. So from here, how do you get this one in this step? From here to here, how do you get it?
Uh, sir, I don't know.
Differentiate with respect to time. V naught is constant, no? So when I differentiate v with respect to time, I'll get a.
Oh, you differentiated. Okay.
And similarly, this one, if I differentiate x, I'll get b, right? It's a 1D problem. So dx by dt is b, and x naught is constant. And what if I differentiate 1? Differentiation of
If you,
1 constant is 0.
yeah,
Differentiation is like slope. Slope of a constant thing is 0, right? Okay, so
yeah,
from this I get a as this one, b naught and x naught constant. So whatever is the value of b, I have to multiply with negative and then as some quantity. So here it is positive, so it jump to negative, and then here it is becoming 0, so it becomes 0. Okay, so there is only one option which is matching this one. This you have to multiply by minus 1. So whatever is here will get flipped to the other side. It's like reflecting this one to the other side. Of course, there is some factor. That's not going to change the nature. So A is correct. So the first step is important. Whenever they give a graph like this, convert this to equation. Okay, and then from that they are asking for acceleration. Acceleration I'll get if I differentiate velocity. So I'll differentiate this whole equation with respect to time. Got it?
yes, sir.
So if you know the first step, then it's a simple problem. Pi is done. Okay, this is not try. Just read this one. I think it's not easy.
Yeah.
Try that one. If you know how to do it, it's easy because you just have to do some calculation. But you do not. First thing is draw a picture. Okay, so this is x-axis and this is y-axis. So you have to get only the x motion. Y motion is not required because Sn is distance traveled along the x direction. There is no motion on. So only x motion you have to consider. So what is ax acceleration along the x direction? Ux is 0. Let's say it starts from rest. From rest, it's given ux is 0. Ax is how much? See, what is ax due to? What is the force which is creating this acceleration?
Gravity.
Yeah. So what is the acceleration in the x direction then?
10 meter per second, minus 10.
No.
To
That
10.
vertical direction. See, this is g. Okay. And what is this angle? Suppose I take
Theta.
no.
Theta.
Suppose I take this as theta. That will be 90 minus theta, right?
Yes, sir. Okay.
So
Yeah.
this down the plane will be g sine theta. Okay. So acceleration along x-axis is g sine theta. Okay. So now I have to find the distance. So s equal to ut plus half a t square. U is 0, so it is half g sine theta into t square at any instant of time. Okay. So Sn is proportional to n square because theta and all is not going to change. And Sn minus 1 is proportional to n minus 1 square. Okay, so Sn by n plus 1 is asking. So n plus 1 is again proportional to n plus 1 square. So Sn by Sn plus 1 is n divided by n plus 1 whole square. There's no option like that. Sn is the distance traveled. Oh, he's changing the definition of Sn. Sn is not that. Sn is distance traveled in n minus 1. Okay. And this is n square. Got it? No? He's defining what is his Sn. Sn is distance traveled in n second. That is distance traveled in n seconds minus distance traveled in n minus 1 second. So now we take the ratio of these two. Sn n. So it will be n square will cancel. So minus 2n will be plus 2n. Plus 1 will become minus 1 divided by n square will cancel. 2n plus 1. Answer is C. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So you have to read the question properly also. Sn is the distance traveled in uh, n minus 1 second to n second. So Sn is distance traveled in n second is proportional to n square, and distance traveled in n minus 1 is n minus 1 square. So n plus 1 will be between n and n plus 1. Sorry, n and n plus 1 only. Yeah. So it is distance traveled in n plus 1 square, n plus 1 time, and then minus distance traveled in n time. Clear, no? So this you have to know. This is the motion in x direction only. There is no motion in y direction. So you have to find the acceleration in x direction. That is one important step. So acceleration is g sine theta. Once you do that, you will get it. Okay. Are you trying these sort of problems? Because this will make you to understand the situation properly. Important thing is simply you have to paraphrase.
Okay, sir.
And you can also try these. Can you do this problem? It's not difficult, but just have to be careful. If you're doing with the first time, it will be difficult.
Okay, sir. I'll try.
Yeah, I'll tell this next time. But it's an interesting problem since once you know how to do it, you'll understand a lot of things because concept of relative velocity is there. Because the initial projection velocity is u, but this is not with the ground frame. With respect to the box, with respect to the box is already moving. If the box is at rest, then it's no problem. Box is already moving, and with respect to the box, the velocity of projection is u. Okay, so that changes the meaning of the initial velocity. Okay, you try this one. I'll give you the solution next time. This is in 98. Okay. The rate at which you're going, you're not finishing quickly, no? By this. Okay, try as many problems as possible. Exercise 2 you have finished until what? Everything?
Sir, I don't remember. Can you show it?
See, these are problems I'm not yet covered, no?
Yeah.
Do it later.
Sir, I think around 30 to 40 questions is all.
Exercise 1 you have done fully,
Yeah.
but there are some graphs and all, no? Are you able to do these things?
Yes, sir. These I can do, but that's
Okay. So exercise 1 fully done, is it?
yes, sir.
This thing you not have done, no?
No, sir. This I left. This I left.
Okay. Exercise 2 until what point? This is exercise 2.
25 to 30 questions.
Okay. The 60 is there. Exercise 3 also you have to try because that will check your understanding.
Okay, sir.
And this can be done fast. It's not like you have to, either you know the answer or you don't know the answer. So this will not take much time. Okay, true or false. Fill in the blanks. This might require some calculation. Math. Yeah, these are the questions that you have to get used to it because they will come in advanced. And main sources they'll just changing the pattern a little bit. So main sources this might come.
Okay, sir.
Okay, we'll meet tomorrow. Tomorrow is maths, right?
Sir, I have a doubt in maths
Okay.
inequalities.
Yeah. What is it? This you asked yesterday, no?
No, sir, this is different, I guess.
Okay.
No, sir, sorry. Sir, I have a different doubt.
Yeah. You want to solve this one?
Yes.
Okay. This means that x plus 1 by x should be greater than or equal to 2, or x plus 1 by x should be less than or equal to minus 2. That's what it means, right?
Yeah.
Then you
Yeah.
can solve this individually. Uh, but you have to be
Sir,
careful.
but
X
if we
square.
multiply x by both sides, then x can be negative also, right?
No, just put that restriction. X cannot be negative. Hold on. So this is greater than or equal to 0. And right here, x is positive. Okay.
Okay.
And then if x wants to be negative, you can check the other way also. And since greater than or equal to 2, another way to look at it is y equal to x is this one. Okay.
Yeah.
And 1 by x is like this. When I add these two, on this side it will become like this. Minimum is 2. Okay. On this side, minimum will be minus 2. Or even more than that. And when I take a mod of this, it will flip here. So this is actually valid for all x.
Okay.
This is the final answer. This is one way of doing it if you know certain things. Otherwise, you have to do it this way. So basically, you have to consider two cases where x is greater than 0 and x is less than 0. Okay. And when x is greater than 0, this guy will be this one. See, this part, x will be greater than 0 because this is this one. Right. So this is will be satisfied only for x less than 0. So here in this case, if I take two cases, one is x greater than 0 and another case x less than 0. When I assume x than 0, no solution will come.
Okay, sir.
Here in this part, if I assume x greater than 0, I'll get no solution because the quadratic discriminant will be negative. In this part, if I assume x is less than 0, then we'll get solution. It's basically quadratic equation. Quadratic equation, no?
Yeah.
The quadratic equation will have solution if the discriminant is positive.
Okay, sir.
So in this part, when I assume x is less than 0,
Yes, sir. B square
discriminant,
minus 4AC should be positive or 0.
yeah. So in this left portion, when I assume x is less than 0, I'll get d as negative. Okay.
Yeah.
In this right portion,
So
if I
that will be
listen. In this right portion, when I assume x is positive, discriminant will be negative. No solution.
okay.
When I assume x is negative, I'll get solution.
Okay, sir.
Try this one. It's not difficult.
Okay, sir.
And another thing, the last time you discussed about this mod x plus 2, right?
Yeah, that I understood.
Hold on. So y equal to x plus 2 will be like this. At x equal to minus 2 will become 0. This is a curve y equal to
Yeah.
x plus 2. Okay. When I take the mod, this thing will get reflected here. This is what this combination is mod x plus 2. So also think in terms of graphs, what is happening. You should think the problem in multiple ways because right now you are sitting at home. No, in the exam you may not be able to do everything, but when you're sitting at home, you try in all possible ways.
Okay, sir.
So this is equation y equal to x plus 2, and if you plot equation y equal to mod x plus 2, This will be the graph. Okay, and mod x plus 2 divided by x plus 2 will be positive for only this portion, because here one is positive, one is negative. Got it? No, mod x plus
Yes,
2 divided by x plus 2 will be positive only for this part, because here both are coinciding. In this part, one is positive, one is negative. We say I'll greater than 0, so it restrict the range of values from here to here, minus 2 to infinity. Okay.
yes, sir.
Okay, see you tomorrow.
Okay, sir. Bye.